Brian Sullivan was on Morning Joe the other day. He's a CNBC anchor, and he said something really surprising for a CNBC anchor. He ranted against the Republican Party. Now, normally CNBC usually puts on cheerleader outfits and pom-poms for the Republican Party. Yes, they're pro-banker. We love them. But get a little Brian Sullivan here.
Can we just stop saying the Republican Party? As somebody that grew up in a conservative household, I don't recognize the Republican Party of even my youth. I don't like what I see. I don't like the far right. I don't like the extremism. Right? They've pushed me away. As somebody who is pretty much not religious, right? Pro same-sex marriage, pro legalization of marijuana for the most part, okay? What party is this? What party am I supposed to be in? When I'm a fiscal conservative who believes that small government can often be better, there are times for larger government. So we keep saying the Republican Party, and I love you guys, and I love this show, and I come on all the time. But I don't know who the Republican Party is anymore. I don't know if the Republican Party knows who the Republican, because it's not a party, unfortunately, Republicans, that I can get on board with, because I don't like the small-minded attitude, a lot of the far right-wing stuff that comes out. I should go.
Calm down. Brian Sullivan has just come out.
Give this man a decal. Take it to New Hampshire.
He's just come out as an independent.
And as my final appearance on Morning Joe, I want to say goodbye.
Chuck, bring some decorum here.
All right, so that was fun. I like what Brian Sullivan had to say. I'm not sure his boss at CNBC liked what he had to say, or his fellow co-hosts, who are almost uniformly Republican. So basically, I believe that management and fellow hosts had this to say to Brian Sullivan.
Fix your face. Fix your face.
Know that.
So what does he do? He fixes his face. He goes back on CNBC with Larry Kudlow, as big a Republican as you'll find in the country, and then this ensues.
I meant from a point of the party itself seems to have lost its way. And if I, as someone who leans conservative, right, but obviously, and by the way, very pro-immigration reform as well, that was sort of an extemporaneous speech, not rant. So I was just kind of going off the top of my head.
Speech.
Yes, thank you. Was, when I look at all the different social issues, I would be willing as a voter to sacrifice a bad economic policy, or one maybe I didn't agree with, if it was better than some big social agenda I cannot get on board with. And I know a lot of people that have been faced with the same decision. That's the point I was trying to make.
And I want to make a point here. You go to the other side, look at the Democratic Party. Under President Obama, all right, this has become the party of ultra-big government and entitlements and higher taxes. A pro-life person cannot even speak at the Democratic convention, and there used to be a lot of pro-lifers. So what I'm saying is,
I wasn't praising that side, Larry. I wasn't praising the Dems.
No, don't get me wrong, man. Dude, I'm ready to fix my face. No, I hate the Democrats. Don't get me wrong. Okay, all right, oof. We're back on message on CNBC. Yay, banks! Give me a B, give me an A. So now that's clear. But look, to be fair to Brian Sullivan, I didn't think that he was praising Democrats in his first speech, rant, whatever you want to call it. I just thought that he was tired of the extreme positions that the Republican Party was taking. That's a position that a lot of people hold. Doesn't mean that you like the Democrats. So I'm still on board with Brian Sullivan. I still like that at least somebody said that on Morning Joe, even though Larry Kudlow seems to have been a little perturbed by it. Please, the Democrats don't quite give as much money to the banks as the Republicans do. Almost, but not quite as much. I mean, you're talking about fixing your face. Larry, you might want to look into it.